电脑上面有 Zoom，
有，电脑上面吗？
对你用网页打开也可以。
电脑上面应该，
到时候我今天穿衬衫来的，
这个开始看一下。
很尴尬。真是，我自己说的不真实。我穿了个连帽衣，哎，真的好不真实。
那你们穿内搭了吗？
没有，就是穿个就是打底的而已。
我觉得你也可以就穿打底。
是吧？算了，那还是穿卫衣吧。应该不会有。
会议室都是要定的，对吗？
明明已经定了，但我不想跟他们搞，因为他们一共有5个人，对不对？收拾东西，他们肯定还要谈，他们肯定会说啊，等一会儿，等一会儿，对不对？好，收拾东西2分，就算他3分钟，好不好？3分钟搬电脑，然后该把东西该理的都理掉，然后我再进去，那就50几分了。那还不如我安安静静找个地方，就是对吧？
有道理。
啊，你现在进去看到是什么画面？就是
我在手机上看一下，我可
你
能电脑
使手，
看重启了。
你把电脑声音关掉，不然它会有回音的。
嗯，为什么刚刚就黑屏了呢？然后重启了一下，我在想表不同人了吧？
啊，录制。Okay, so now I'm started. Okay, so I saw someone is coming. Can you see the number of registrations about attendees? Can I see the number of attendees?
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah, okay. So it's only seen by host. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I can see you and I see Gaki. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there are more than like the 10. Yeah, let's wait 2 more minutes so that we can have all the registrations to be attendees. Okay.
Mhm.
And also maybe I will share some videos first so that will be more not boring at all. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. Is it stuck? No. Wait. What's going on? Okay. Okay. There are more than 20 attendees right now. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to this webinar. This webinar will be organized by Real Exhibitions and Corrugated Benelux Association. Okay, please come and please wait 2 more minutes, then we will get started. Okay, I will be the moderator today, everyone. Okay, let's wait for 1 minute. Okay, so today our topic is about the standardizations about corrugated box. So I believe all the attendees you are listening now, you are mainly doing about the corrugated industry. So yeah, welcome and sit for a while, and then we will get started, everyone. Okay, so now let's get started. Hello, everyone. So my name is Tate. I'm from Digitalization. I work as overseas marketing, and today our Digitalization will co-organize a webinar with Corrugated Benelux Association. So today's webinar topic will be standardization of corrugated box. So the first speaker will be me about the organizer. Well, I will give a brief introduction of our plan in 2023. So now I will share my screen, and then you will be more clear about our plan. Okay, so let's see. So hello everyone, can you see the screen right now?
Yes, we can see.
Oh, thank you, Peter. Okay, so hello everyone. Let me introduce myself one more time. Maybe you're just coming. So my name is Tate. I'm from Digitalization. I will represent Digitalization to say thank you for participating for today's webinar. And as you all know, the Sino Corrugated will be launched in April. So I will update our plan in 2023 in next 10 minutes. And also, as previously I said, the Shanghai is our main venue, but for welcome all the overseas visitors from all over the world, we set Jakarta, Indonesia as our another venue. And talk back to our Sino Corrugated 2023. It will be launched in April 6th to 8th at the Shanghai New International Expo Center. And I believe if you come to Shanghai, you will see more machinery operations at the time. And here you can see on the right side is our layout. And there will be more than 500 exhibitors, and you will see more than 1,000 equipments and consumables at that time. So today I will say I will not spare a lot of time to talking about the Sino Core, because I believe everyone you are listening to this webinar, you are definitely very familiar about our Sino Core show. So now today I will spare a lot of time to talk about the Jakarta plan, about our Jakarta venue. And however, if you are still interested in come to Shanghai to see the more machinery operations, so if you have a lot of recommendations in China, so we highly welcome them. So on the other hand, if you come physically, first of all, so far, because the China's prevention policy is very still hard, the visitors from abroad, you still need to suffer 5+3 days quarantine. But as a very professional exhibition organizer, we will provide a travel allowance if you would like to come to Shanghai. The travel allowance will include the fully accommodation during quarantine and the pickup service and a welcome banquet from exhibition and the butler service, whenever it's during the exhibition period or during the non-exhibition period. I think it will definitely better your experience in China. And I think if you think, oh, the quarantine is a suffer to me, is a pressure to me, so for your more convenience, I will recommend Jakarta, Indonesia as your first choice. So in Jakarta, we will launch trade show booths. So the trade show booths will provide a dedicated space for exhibitors to interact with overseas buyers. And also we will have remote connection services are also available for exhibitors and visitors in Jakarta to connect to booths in Shanghai in the real time, because the Shanghai show will be alongside with our Jakarta show. And here you can see some outstanding qualified exhibitors who are cooperated with, like BHS, like Fosfor, like Dongfeng Precision. And also you can see here is on the right side, you can see here is some review of our World Corrugated Awards 2021. We launched this award every 2 years. So last time it's gonna be 2021. Yeah, and it is an industrial event that aims to recognize cartoon companies, teams, and individuals around the world who have made remarkable contributions to promote the progress of the global corrugated industry. And in 2023, we also will bring together all the best companies, media, experts, associations, and equipment suppliers all in related to industry to witness the most influential cases of the year. Yeah, so as previously I mentioned, look at this picture. This is Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter is have already joined us in 2019. It's the World Corrugated ceremony. So we highly welcome Mr. Peter could join us physically in next year, 2023 as well. Okay, and on the right side, you can see we set a lot of about World Corrugated Awards in 2023. We recognize and we think about it, we set it in different aspects from the innovation, from the operation and management, and we also will pick the top 5 outstanding people in the industry and the most influential cardboard mill of the year. So please, everyone, if you are listening, if you are really interested in our corrugated awards, if you want to be more influential in this area, please definitely connect to Oliver. And here you can see is her telephone number and the email address. I will help you. Okay. And then here you can to bring together all the representative associations from all over the world to talk about the developments and the cutting edge trends in their region. So we will launch a World Corrugated Forum on site in Jakarta show. So here you can see some agenda. We will do it on April 6th. We will bring together all the represent associations from all over the world to have a speech. And for the visitors, I mean, if you come to our exhibition, you definitely want to see some new products. So we will launch new product global debut show. So for all the overseas visitors. So it will be set up on site during the 15 minutes. The sponsor exhibitors will be connected to the Shanghai venue booth, and by combining remote equipment demonstration and on-site technical explanation, the conference will allow overseas buyers to understand the latest equipment products and solutions. And then we will have Indonesia Country Day. I would say it's a really good event because it will include the industrial trends, sharing, and also will plus some entertainment events, some Indonesia cultural promotion and local activities. I believe you will definitely enjoy your moment at that time. And the last, we will have matchmaking events because, you know, if you come to visit a show, you definitely will have some purchasing needs. So the TAP's trade matching staff will match overseas buyers with the right exhibitors according their purchasing needs and invite them to trading matching room and meet offline or through online video conference. So if you're listening to this webinar, if you have some purchasing requests, please definitely talk with me. Here is my email address. And I believe I will help you to find some qualified exhibitors and outstanding exhibitors. Now here you can see I will stay at here for a while because I sincerely expect you can come physically at that time in Jakarta. If you cannot afford that, don't worry. All the on-site events will be live streaming online on our official social media. So please subscribe all our social media account on the right side, and I believe you will definitely a lot. Okay, so here is about our plan about our next year. So if you are really interested about joining us, please connect to me. Okay, so I spare like 10 minutes to talking about our plan. It's a really good chance because it's through the after the pandemic issue, it's really about nearly 3 years. So this is our first time to decided to walk out of China. It's a good chance. I think it's a good opportunity. So for both of us. So now I will introduce Mr. Peter from Golf Cartoon to have an introduction about today's topic. about the corrugated box. Okay. I will share the screen right now.
Yes.
Wait a moment. Okay, Peter, can you see the screen?
Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Peter van Ostaaien. I'm the director of the CBA, Corrugated Benelux Association. That is an association of corrugated industry in the Netherlands and Belgium in Western Europe. Corrugated, or cardboard as we call it, cardboard and corrugated is the main packaging material we use here in Europe. About 70% of all the corrugated, of all the industrial products and food products are packed with corrugated. And today I will speak about vital aspects for the future growth of the Chinese corrugated sector in the next decennium, in the next 10 years, because we believe that also in China, corrugated or cardboard will play a major role in packaging, and because it's a natural product and it's very clean, and also it is a very, let's say, a very good product that can be recycled. What I want to talk today is about the circular economy, and also I want to talk about standardization and product innovation. But before I do that, I will speak a little bit about our own association. CBA, can you show the sheet of the 3 countries? Yes, that one. CBA, Corrugated Benelux Association, is the association for 3 countries, Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. In total, we have 6 members, 6 corrugated groups, and 15 plants producing corrugated. The Netherlands has 17 million inhabitants, Belgium about 10 million, and Luxembourg 2 million. So in total, it is a population of 29 million inhabitants, and we produce some 2 billion square meters of corrugated a year. Next one. Now, in China, perhaps, let's say, branch associations are not so well known, but here in Europe, industries have, all sectors have their own branch organization. And this branch organization, like CBA, has various tasks. And one is lobby, and the other is to be a negotiator with our government, and service provider to the members of the association, and being an association with where companies can meet each other. Next one. No, it's about lobby. Yeah, topics on European level. When we talk about the corrugated industry, circular economy is very important. The trend of today is that materials must be used and reused again and not spoiled, not thrown away. So circular economy is a very important thing. And then in Europe, here and also in the Netherlands and Belgium, we see that plastic is more and more replaced by paper and carton. And this is this replacement of plastic by paper and carton is, let's say, in law regulated by the Single-Use Plastic Directive. It's a European law that prescribes that more and more plastic utensils like forks and spoons and cups are replaced by paper. And also a very important topic on our European agenda is food contact and product safety. And there we see that corrugated packaging is a very good packaging to guarantee food contact and product safety. And another development is that our industries want to use less energy and produce less CO2. And therefore, as a sector, we have developed a road to carbon neutrality. And that is that in 2050, our industries want to be carbon neutral. This means no CO2 production in 2050. And last but not least, consumer protection. What we see in our society is that consumer protection is on top of the agenda. Food must be safe and packaging must be safe, and cardboard is the ideal packaging to guarantee that. Next one, please. Also, an association in Europe, an association of companies, is a service provider. Companies sometimes need information, and this information is not always available in the company itself. So then the association like CBA can provide that information, and companies pay a certain contribution for that, and in return we make sure that they get all the information they need. For example, information on legislation or information on energy, that kind of thing we can provide to our companies. Next one, please. Then communication and promotion. When it comes to corrugated packaging, we promote this as a sector by putting advertisements on Twitter, on LinkedIn, in newspapers and magazines. And there we promote the cardboard corrugated packaging as one of the most, let's say, the most practical and most suited packaging, especially also for fruit and vegetables, but also for industrial products. And it works very well. Next one, please. Next one. Next one. Next. Yes, and then last but not least, an association like CBA is also it's an association of active members, where companies can meet each other, where they can talk to each other, where they can exchange information. That is very, let's say, productive and very useful for the sector. As what is done during the fair, Chino Corrugated in Shanghai or in Jakarta, this can also be done, let's say, through the year in various meetings at the national level, and the association is providing that possibility. Next one. Then talking about corrugated, as I said, is the main packaging used in Europe. About 70% of the market is corrugated or cardboard, and corrugated actually is part of a global trade. As you know, there are forests in the northern part of Europe where, let's say, the fibers are coming from. Then it is processed to paper, and from paper to corrugated, and then corrugated, when it's used, can be recycled. Some 90% of used packaging and paper is recycled, and we can make packaging again. This can be done 20 to 25 times, and these industries who are doing that are all over the world and connected. So corrugated is part of a global trade, and we look at the global market, we see a growth of some 2% per year, and that is what we see in the whole Western world. Corrugated so has a very bright future before it. Next one. Then we come to trends in packaging. When we look at the packaging industry, what do we see? Now, first, there's a general strive for sustainability. Less plastic, more carton. That is what we see. And in the market, we see brand differentiation. Many industries have their own brands with their own packaging, and packaging is becoming very important to market a product. Packaging sometimes is even as important as the product itself, because consumers like to see an attractive packaging. Now, looking at this packaging, we see innovation. First of all, packaging becomes intelligent. There are packagings that can indicate the time when it was packed, the temperature, and other indicators to save and to take care for the product which is inside. We have active and smart packaging. We have modular concepts and flexibility to make packaging tailor-made and to avoid void space. So packaging should be the right size of the product. And then, of course, when we talk about packaging, product safety gets a lot of attention and traceability. Companies and the receiving consumers want to know where the box is and where the product is going to. So traceability is very important. Next one, please. Now, looking at the Chinese packaging industry, we see at least 3 opportunities, 3 chances. First of all, to participate in the circular economy is very important, and I think everybody wants that. Then secondly, standardization and innovation. Let's talk first about the circular economy. The next, please. Packaging in a circular economy, and circular means that packaging is made, it's used and recycled. And as I said, this can be done 20 to 25 times. And corrugated is one of the best packaging for this circular economy because it's a renewable source. Trees, wooden, let's say, trees where packaging, where carton is made from, is a renewable bio-based source. It's very useful. It's very good, well possible to recycle it and to reuse it, and it is consumer friendly. Consumers, especially in retail shops, they like much more to see corrugated packaging than plastic packaging, and that is scientifically proven. The next one, please. When we talk about a renewable source, companies and consumers, they want to know exactly whether this is true or not. And there are various organizations who are dealing with this. And for example, when we talk about Greenpeace, they measured how many forests we have and if they grow or if they become less. And the result of this was that every year the size of 1,500 football pitches were added to the forest area in Northern Europe. And also, it was proven that corrugated is much more attractive than plastic and much more sustainable. Next one, please. When it comes to decomposition of the material, for corrugated, it is proven that after 2 months back in nature, it just disappears and it decomposes. And it is a very friendly, natural product. When it comes to plastic, a plastic crate, for example, it does not decompose and it can stay for hundreds of years in nature. So also there is a very big difference between corrugated and plastic, and corrugated has a big advantage that it can decompose very easily within a few weeks and months. And that is one of the attractive points of this packaging material. Next one, please. And then, of course, what I say needs to be proven. It must be transparent and it must be clear that this is scientifically proven. And therefore, we have, let's say, trademarks like FSC, PEFC, and ISO. these trademarks, they guarantee that the material of which the corrugated is made is coming from controlled and well-managed forests, FSC, PEFC, and ISO. Next one, please. Now I come to standardization of the corrugated box. Standardization is a very important thing because we all know that in supermarkets there are hundreds of different boxes and all kinds of sizes, height and length. And well, when it is handled by hand, there's no problem. But nowadays, many of those retailers, they handle the boxes in distribution centers by computers, by robots, and therefore it is very practical if boxes have a standard size and also that there are less differences in boxes. And this is what we call standardization, making boxes of the same size and less different boxes so that automatic handling can be done more easy. And for that, we introduced the Common Footprint Quality, CFQ trademark, which organizes that boxes for fruit and vegetables have no more than some 10 to 20 sizes, whereas before we had hundreds of them, hundreds of different boxes. Now we have 10 to 15, something like that, and especially for fruit and vegetables. And that makes that handling of them is much more easy. It can be automated, and robots and computers can handle boxes more easily in the distribution centers. And this is organized under CFQ. And the branch organization, my branch organization, hands out the CFQ trademark when when corrugated companies comply to that. Next one, please. Now, what are the advantages of standardization? As I just said, stackability. Whenever you standardize boxes, you can stack them more easily and more stable. And here we see a very stable pallet with boxes on top, boxes full of fruit and vegetables, and they are stable. They don't tip over, and and the fruit and the vegetables which are in the boxes is saved and protected better. So stackability is an advantage. Also, as I said, processing and logistics in the distribution centers of the retail shops can be done more easily. It's efficient in transport. Trucks can be loaded more efficient and more fully. It is a factor of cost reduction. If you stack and if you stack the boxes in the right way, there are no losses and they don't tip over. So it is a cost reduction. And last but not least, it's a better standardization. Standardized boxes is a better protection of the products and also of the image of the products. So therefore, we invested a lot of time and money in standardization. And here we see a good example. Next one, please. Now also product innovation is important. When you want product innovation and especially innovation of packaging in supermarkets and retail shops, then that boxes have the same size is very handy, especially when you want to put boxes in the shelf. Here we see an advantage. Here we see that boxes can have certain fixed sizes. They fit better in the shelves, and you can use space in a more optimal way. And therefore, you need this product innovation and also innovation of the packaging. Next one, please. Here we see another very creative use of corrugated, because corrugated cardboard is not only suitable for let's say packaging in shops. Also outside, it can be used very well. Here, for example, we have an entrepreneur who started to produce small tents of cardboard, which can be used at festivals. As you know, whenever you have a big festival, thousands of people are going there. Sometimes they want to sleep there during the night. So then they can buy a corrugated cardboard tent for a few euros, use it, and the next morning they can deliver it back and it can be recycled. So this is a very innovative product and very, very useful. Next one. Here we see other, let's say, more fancy products, gadgets, which can be made out of corrugated. Corrugated is a very, let's say, easy to handle material. You can cut it very easily, you can form it, and then you have a very nice products, which are gadgets, which are, well, attractive, especially for young people. So corrugated has many, many ways to use it. And here we see a very, very nice examples. Next one, please. So summarizing what I told today, vital for the Chinese corrugated industry in the next 10 years is that this industry should be a part of the circular economy. Recycling of paper and board is central. Recycling is the future. Then standardization of corrugated boxes, as I told you, especially in the fruit and vegetable sector, standardization is essential to make possible that the corrugated boxes are handled and transferred in a smoothly way without damage. To meet the needs of retailers and consumers, so we have to look very carefully to what retailers and consumers want. Constant innovation of the products is necessary because the world doesn't stop. Consumers want new things and we have to innovate at a constant space. And then secure and the imago of a clean making industry. Corrugated is a clean making industry. It really produces boxes for the food industry. And when it comes, for example, to food contact and food contact safety, corrugated is an excellent packaging. And then also being acceptable for the larger public as the most sustainable packaging, that is also very important. So in total, we see summarizing, these are the trends. And I think if Chinese corrugated industry can comply to these 6 trends, then there's a future, a very bright future for your industry, and an annual growth of 2 to 3% in production is easily possible. So this is what I would like to tell. And these are the experiences we have here in Western Europe with corrugated industry. And I think if the Chinese industry would follow this path, you can certainly profit from this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. It's quite good. Thank you very much, Peter. So, Mr. Peter not only share us the current situation about the West Europe country, what's the policy about the corrugated box, but also shared about his own opinion about the Chinese corrugated packaging industry. It's quite good. And also I saw there is someone there, some visitors, they are talking and they are sharing their opinions on our chat box. So please, if you have any suggestions, please leave your message on our chat box. And also here is our Q&A part. I saw someone has raised a question because previously in the PowerPoint, in the slide, Mr. Peter mentioned about the policy in Western Europe country, and her question is the possible plastic directively strictly controlled in Europe? So yeah, it's also a good question because we have already heard about this policy a lot of times, but we don't know how's the policy going actually in Europe country.
Well, the answer is that plastic is restricted more and more because, as you know, plastic is a very good packaging material, but it also pollutes the environment. And in the oceans and in the waters, there's a lot of plastic which does not decompose. So since 2017, we have a European law. It's called the Single-Use Plastic Law, which prohibits the use of single-use plastic like forks and spoons and also pockets, plastic pockets used as packaging in the shops. And this goes on and on. This was only the first step. That what we expect that plastic will be forbidden more and more and will be replaced by sustainable and recyclable materials like paper and carton. So this is a trend which we see in Europe, which we see in the whole Western world. And I thought also in China, plastic will be banned more and more, and plastic will be used only where it is strictly necessary, but where it can be replaced by a recyclable material, this will happen. And this is a trend which we will see in the next years to come. And also consumers, I think Chinese people want that. Chinese consumers want less plastic and more carton and paper. That's the trend we see.
Okay, yeah, that's quite good. Thank you, Peter. Oh, very good question. Very good. Sorry, very good answer. Okay, so now it's quite good. So now I will introduce Ms. Gaki from Guangdong Qingtao Machinery Company to have a speech about the topic is about the digital printing. Okay, so Gaki, you may please share your screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Gaki Lang from Guangzhou Qingtao, and my share topic is KT as a digital printing technology provider through digital technology to help the corrugated industry development. And I want to share with you 6 aspects. The first one is the development trend of corrugated box industry is digitalization. Second, digital printing can provide obvious advantages. The third, some key technical points of independent research and development for the particularity of corrugated industry. The fourth, how should corrugated carton manufacturers take advantage of the trend? The fifth, guide to avoiding pits. The last one is several basic suggestions for selecting equipment. So to the first one, the development trend of corrugated box industry is digitalization. And from the perspective of the development of global printing technology, digital printing has experienced the era of civil desktop digital printing, advertising printing, textile transfer printing, and other commercial digital printing since the 19th. From more than 10 years of digitalization experience in these fields of digital inkjet printing of ceramic, tile, building, and glass, KT has found that the speed of the change in these developments of the industries are amazing. Among them, the traditional companies that follow the trend of digital technology have been able to develop rapidly, whereas some traditional companies that are stuck in their ways still have to accept the digital revolution. In the corrugated box industry, it is estimated that the entire corrugated printing market is worth about $250 billion, of which digital printing is currently only a small part of it. However, as digital printing is gradually widely recognized, the production mode of digital printing will become a big trend. And what we need to do is to follow the trend, lay it out in advance, and lay the foundation for the future. The second topic is compare with traditional offset printing, pasting, and flexography. Digital printing can provide obvious advantages, such as more flexible business and faster turnaround time for packaging processes, because they do not have to undergo expensive printing setup period to the first printing. By transferring inefficient traditional printing operations to digital printing, the huge advantage of traditional printing in terms of production capability can be completely released to produce larger quantity of long plain orders. Because digital printing can efficiently print stock orders, the brand owners can design special versions of packaging regionally or quarterly. Shop printing can produce 100 to 10,000 pieces of packaging at a competitive price. Through on-demand printing, the demand can be met while reducing inventory and surplus packaging. Next one, digital printing can produce bright colors, and the effect can be as good as high-quality offset printing. Through digital printing, the cost of producing the first one is the same as the cost of producing the 100th one, and there is no need for extra setup time. For brand owners, multiple modification to the design prototype can be realized, and the design iteration can be completely faster. The sixth, digital printing even allows you to make last-minute graphic and layout changes and then print, which makes it quicker for brand owners to get products to market. Digital printing have opened the door to new applications for traditional printing companies, such as printing, packaging, displaying stands, and new opportunity for e-commerce customized cartons, such as embody companies' creative and personalized visual creative unpacking experience. That's for example. So the third topic is some select points of independent research and development to corrugated industry. In order to give full play to the advantages of digital printing, KT, as a digital printing technology provider, combined with its own more than 10 years of experience and deep understanding in digital printing, provides some select points of independent research and development according to the particularity of corrugated industry. The first one, plainness printing, variable data and available accuracy, and non-contact and digital image processing, ink spot distribution and ink quantity control are controlled by complete program. And true color is synthesized from basic color and spot color. Based on the digital processing to achieve intelligent operation mode, reliable quality control ability, digital standard process to reduce color difference and quality change. Product produced according to order can change staples in real time and reduce finished product inventory. Large scale, professional ink manufacturers can provide standardized ink. It is both environmental friendly and in line with the direction of modern industry. The fourth one, how should corrugated carton manufacturers take advantage of the trend? And first of all, we need to have an essential understanding of the change to be made. For corrugated carton manufacturer, the application of new teleco is essential a process of nature and sincere cooperation between digital printing equipment manufacturer and user. Naturally, that will be the only way to go. The place of cooperation will also have a modern effect of the corrugated industry. The second, from the perspective of business operation, the success of business operation depends on the asymmetry of information and whether the product technology belongs to the rising period, and then lay out in advance to lay the foundation for the future. For example, the current cost of digital printing ink is high, but with the popularity of digital printing, the cost of the ink will be greatly reduced. And at this time, digital printing equipment will be the standard equipment in the corrugated industry. The third, digital printing technology will continue to progress, and corrugated company to buy the equipment is only the appearance. The core competitiveness is to cultivation of digital printing talents and the accumulation of experience. It is worth noting that the idea of transferring digital printing talent to digital printing is not a wise choice. Therefore, companies need to cultivate professionals who have the theoretical foundation of digitalization. So the fifth is the guide to avoiding pits. First is about the color chasing. The difficulty of color chasing is determined by the way of handling the net of traditional printing and the way of processing the dot matrix pixel of digital printing. Digital printing and traditional printing are essentially two sets of different color management standards. The second one is color saturation. Due to the low amount of ink and high fineness, small ink spot, low viscosity, low coverage, digital inkjet will be slightly inferior to traditional printing in some spot color processing. And the third one is the surface life of printheads. In fact, the use of printheads has gone through more than 10 years of teleco iteration, and the surface life has reached a relatively idle state. According to KT's more than 10 years of client use in the ceramic industry, more than 80% of the users of the printhead surface life is more than 6 years. And in fact, the surface life of the printhead also depends on the matching ink. The use of the factory certified ink can make the printhead surface life well guaranteed. And also, the surface life of the printhead also depends on the operating requirements and teleco training provided by the digital printing manufacturer, and also requires the equipment user to strictly follow the operating procedures. The next one is the talent training, especially the training of the artists. As traditional printing and digital printing have essentially different in process principles, they can be said to belong to two different technical fields. It is impractical for traditional printing professionals to transition to digital printing by learning. For example, the RGB and the CMYK are two different concepts, and it's also difficult for designers to change their ways of thinking. So companies should recruit and train special talents for digital printing. So the next one is several basic suggestions for selecting equipment. At present, the digitalization of the corrugated industry has just begun, and it will be smoother if the manufacturers with strengths and forward-looking customer carry out strategic cooperation. Therefore, the following 2 points should be paid more attention to when selecting cooperated manufacturer. The first one is whether the manufacturer has deep technical precipitation in industry digital inkjet. Emphasis on industrial grade because it involves a deep understanding of ink and printhead selection. When solving particular problems will be more professional and more efficient. In the subsequent technical iteration and upgrade will show obvious advantages. And the second is whether the manufacturer has a thorough and professional training system. Customers who want to successfully catch the opportunity in the new application field, equipment is on the one hand, but personnel are also the key. It involves talent training on artists, equipment operators, ink use specification, printhead use specification, and so on. Mature and professional training system undoubtedly let customers have the core competitiveness to catch the opportunity. So the following is the ask and answer, and please combine your own company situation to put forward some practical questions. And this is my contact information. If you contact me, you can for more communications. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Gaki. It's quite good. We learned a lot from digital printing. So digital printing is a big word. Should you like to stop the
Okay.
sharing? Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. So as previously I said, yeah, digital printing is really a big word because when I talk to a lot of associations, especially the overseas associations, about a lot of like the agents, they all mentioned about digital printing because they all think like the digital printing will be a trend in the future, especially about the corrugated packaging industry or the label printing industry. So I also see some visitors, they raise some questions on the chat box. So one of them, they raised that what kind of the innovation business mode and the service mode will Chinese printing and the packaging industry have in the future? So I think it's a big question. Okay, so about the business mode and the service mode, I don't think it can be answered by 1 or 2 sentences. Okay, so I will leave this word by Gaki. So after this webinar, you can connect with this person and have some more deeply chat about this question. It's a really big question. Yeah. Okay, and also I heard about someone shows their suggestions in the chat box about the digital printing. Yes, indeed, it's a trend, and all could be digitalized will be digitalization eventually. Yes, it can be a slogan of some company. Okay, I will say. Okay, it's quite good. Okay, so it's really good for today's webinar. We talk about the standardization of the corrugated box, and we thank a lot to Mr. Peter to talk about the Chinese corrugated packaging industry. And also we thank a lot to Gaki. She mentioned about the digital printing area and what's the trend in this era. Okay, so here is about of this all is today's webinar. So we wish about this trend can be promoted, and we can be dedicated to promoting the corrugated industry in the future. Okay, so also if you have any interest, please contact with our organizers, the Read Exhibitions and the Sanoco. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Peter, thank you, Ms. Gaki. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Okay, today's webinar is over. Okay, bye everyone.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank you.
Bye
Bye bye.
Gaki. Bye Peter.
Thank you. Very well. Thank you.